Have you ever felt like your heart was a target just because it was made of gold? You give everything, you stay loyal, you choose the right path every single time, and yet you're the one sitting alone at night wondering where it all went wrong. It feels like a cruel joke. The kinder you are, the harder you fall. But what if I told you that your kindness isn't the problem? What if the reason you keep getting hurt is actually hidden in the very thing you think is your greatest strength? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly why the world seems to punish good people, and more importantly, how you can keep your big heart without letting it be a floor mat for everyone else to step on. Listen, this channel is turning into a real community of people who want better for their lives. I've set a goal to bring together real people of integrity. If this message speaks to you and you want more honest, real content like this, hit subscribe, like this video, and turn on your notifications. Don't just watch in silence. Drop your voice in the comments and be part of the conversation. Today, we are diving deep into the psychology of the good person trap. You're going to discover why your empathy makes you a magnet for the wrong people, the secret reason why nice often attracts selfish, and the one shift in your mindset that will stop the cycle of heartbreak forever. There was a man named David. David was the kind of guy who would give you the shirt off his back even if he was freezing. He met a woman who seemed to need him. She had a lot of problems, a lot of crazy exes, and a lot of debt. David didn't see red flags, he saw a mission. He thought his love could fix her. For 3 years he worked 2 jobs to pay her bills. He stopped seeing his friends because she felt insecure. He became a shell of himself just to keep her happy. One Tuesday, he came home to find the apartment empty. She didn't leave a note. She just left with a man who didn't care about her half as much as David did. David sat on the floor of that empty living room and realized he hadn't just lost his girlfriend. He had lost his dignity, his money, and his time. He was a good man, but he had traded his soul for a project, and the project walked out when it got bored. This happens because good people often suffer from projection. Because you are honest, you assume everyone else is honest. Because you wouldn't dream of using someone, you can't imagine that the person sitting across from you is calculating their next move. You see the world through your own lens of kindness, but some people see your kindness as a weakness to be exploited. They don't see a partner. They see a resource. Think about a woman named Sarah. Sarah was always the reliable friend. She was the one who listened to everyone's problems for hours. In her romantic life, she was exactly the same. She started dating a guy who was charming but inconsistent. He would disappear for days and then come back with a sad story. Sarah, being the good person she is, always forgave him. She thought her patience would teach him how to be a better man. But instead of learning to be better, he just learned that Sarah had no limits. He learned that he could treat her however he wanted and she would still be there with a warm meal and a hug. Eventually, he didn't even bother making up excuses anymore. He just did what he wanted. Sarah felt her heart breaking a little bit every single day, not all at once, but in small pieces, until there was nothing left but resentment. The truth is, when you are too good, you often teach people how to mistreat you. You think you are being patient, but you are actually being an enabler. You think you are being loving, but you are actually showing them that your feelings don't matter as much as theirs. It is a painful realization, but the heartbreak we feel as good people often comes from the fact that we ignore our own intuition to protect someone else's ego. We see the truth, but we choose to believe the lie because we want to be the bigger person. Listen, this channel is turning into a real community of people who want better for their lives. I've set a goal to bring together real people of integrity. If this message speaks to you and you want more honest, real content like this, hit subscribe, like this video, and turn on your notifications. Don't just watch in silence. Drop your voice in the comments and be part of the conversation. We have to talk about why we do this. Many of us were raised to believe that being good means being quiet, being easy to get along with, and never making a scene. We were taught that if we were just nice enough, the world would be nice back. But life doesn't work like a fairy tale. Life responds to boundaries, not just intentions. If you have no walls around your heart, anyone can walk in and start a fire. Now, look at the story of Marcus. Marcus had been through the fire. He had been cheated on, lied to, and taken advantage of in his 20s. He could have become bitter. He could have decided to never trust anyone again. But Marcus did something different. He decided that being a good man didn't mean being a weak man. He met a woman named Elena. Elena was beautiful, but she had a habit of being late and canceling plans at the last minute. The old Marcus would have just waited around, hoping she'd change. But the new Marcus sat her down. He told her, "I really like you, but I value my time. If we make a plan, I expect you to be there. If you can't do that, then we aren't a good match." Elena was shocked. No one had ever held her accountable like that. At first, she walked away. But 2 weeks later, she came back. She realized that Marcus was a man of integrity who respected himself. They've been together for 5 years now, and it's the healthiest relationship either of them has ever had. Marcus didn't get heartbroken this time because he put his self-respect above his desire to be liked. Being a good person is a superpower, but every superhero needs to know who they are fighting for. If you give your power to someone who doesn't respect it, you aren't being good, you're being self-destructive. There is a huge difference between being a nice person and being a person of character. A nice person does things to avoid conflict. A person of character does things because they are right, even if it causes a temporary storm. When you start setting boundaries, some people will call you mean. They will say you've changed. They will try to make you feel guilty for finally saying no. But those are usually the people who are benefiting from your lack of boundaries. A person who truly loves you will never be offended by your self-respect. They will actually feel safer knowing that you have standards. You have to realize that your heart is a precious gift. You wouldn't give a diamond to someone who doesn't know how to take care of it, so why do you give your deepest emotions to people who treat them like trash? Heartbreak is often the universe's way of forcing us to look in the mirror and ask, "Why did I allow this?" It's not about blaming yourself, it's about empowering yourself. It's about realizing that you have the keys to your own gate. Listen, this channel is turning into a real community of people who want better for their lives. I've set a goal to bring together real people of integrity. If this message speaks to you and you want more honest, real content like this, hit subscribe, like this video, and turn on your notifications. Don't just watch in silence. Drop your voice in the comments and be part of the conversation. If you are hurting right now, please hear me. Your goodness is not a mistake. The world needs your light. It needs your kindness and your honesty. But the world also needs you to be strong. It needs you to be the guardian of your own soul. You can be the kindest person in the room and still be the one who says, "This is as far as you go." The reason good people end up heartbroken is usually because they give, forever, love to temporary people. They try to build a foundation on sand. They see potential in others instead of seeing the reality of who those people actually are. You cannot fall in love with a version of someone that only exists in your head. You have to love the person in front of you, and if that person doesn't respect your heart, you have to have the courage to walk away. Don't let the pain turn you cold. Don't let the betrayals make you a person you don't recognize. Just learn to be a good person with teeth. Learn to protect your peace as fiercely as you give your love. When you finally align your goodness with your self-worth, that's when the cycle of heartbreak breaks. That's when you stop being a victim of your own kindness and start being the hero of your own story. I want you to think about your own life for a second. Looking back at your past relationships or friendships, was there a specific moment where you felt your gut telling you something was wrong, but you chose to be nice instead of listening to it? What did that moment teach you about where your boundaries need to be today? I really want to hear your thoughts on this. Have you found that being a good person has made you a target, or have you learned how to balance your kindness with strength? Drop a comment below and let's talk about it. Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear today to feel less alone in their struggle. Let's keep building this community of integrity together.